Hey gang, Chris Angel coming at you. I'm on a walk today with the dog Ellie, and listening to a little Rob Bell podcast, Robcast with Rob Bell, and Pete Holmes was his guest. And so here's what I've super present to in this moment. They were talking about be here now, and Pete Holmes was talking about that truth. He was. Let me see if I can recap this. He was watching Doctor Strange or something like that, and Doctor Strange was moving down an alley trying to find somebody, and there was this person in a hood behind him following him, and he said that's what truth is like. Truth is like you're in life moving down a road, or in life I'm going to go make this happen, and truth is following right behind you, right? Like truth or life or the universe or God or the help you've been asking for is following behind you in a hood, right? And because we're not present to it, because we're not in the moment of being present to our surroundings and seeing the help that's being given or seeing the signs that are there for our benefit, we keep forging forward, right? Looking for the answer. And we miss that the answer's already been given. In fact, the answer is right behind you. The answer is all around you, but because you're not being present in the moment, you miss the answer. I've seen this myself. It's funny. I'm just in this great season right now where I'm learning to look. I'm learning to look for the answers that have already been given. It's just so funny. So I have a friend, Darren Persinger. You guys may know Darren Persinger. And he, it's probably a couple months ago, he just randomly reached out and said, hey, you should talk to this guy named Luke. Luke does Facebook ads, right? And I've done Facebook ads for a long time, and I'm currently in a spot where I want to grow my agency to the next level, and so Facebook ads would be great for that. But in my pursuit of figuring it out, I've missed that answers have already been given, right? So finally I was like, okay, I'm going to surrender to the answers given. I'm going to surrender to the help provided. And I reached out to Luke. I actually talked to Luke this morning, right? What cool dude. Luke is a really cool dude. And we had a great conversation about what he's building and what I'm building and how this could all work. And the funny thing is that, right? Because I'm looking for how do I spend more time inside of my genius and then outsource or find a team around me that can support me in all the other things. Now, I could do all the other things, and for 5 years, 7 years, 17 years in business, I've been forcing myself to learn all the other things. But they're not my things. For 5 years, I've forced myself to learn Facebook ads because I just figured that's what I'm supposed to do. But it's not enjoyable. It's not like my favorite thing to do. What I really want to do is just sit down and have conversations with people because I love uncovering people, right? So as Darren sends me Luke's name a month or two ago, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, I should reach out to Luke. And then I forge ahead, I forge forward looking for more answers, not realizing that an answer may have been given. And this is what we do in life, right? We're the only uncooperative component. We say to the world and to the universe, these are the things I want, right? This is what I'm after. This is what I'm going to create. And it doesn't even matter if you call upon the name of God or you share that intention with the universe. The fact that you felt it, that you intended it, that you said it, is what is what activated, catalyzed that intention in the world, right? And the minute that you felt that, regardless of what name you called on to send that intention out into the world, the minute that you did that, answers were given. And just like Rob Holmes talks, or Pete Holmes talks about in Rob's podcast, right? You are off down the road and truth begins to follow you. Answers begin to follow you. All the cooperative components you've been looking for are right behind you, but because you're not present, you don't notice them. Somebody sends you the name of somebody you should talk to, and you're like, yeah, noted. I'll put a note, I'll put a pin in that. And you go forward in your life trying to find answers when the answer was just given. And the only reason you can't see it is because you're not present. You're not present to what is going on around you. You think it's all coincidence, or you think it can't be that easy. It couldn't be that easy that Darren sends me the name of somebody that could solve some of the things I've been trying to solve. No, that couldn't work. It's got to be harder than that, right? I actually got the quote in the text of this post. I got that quote, right? That all cooperative components, right, are already on their way to help you have what it is you've been asking for, and you're the only uncooperative component. I got that from Abraham Hicks, right? And I've loved that quote for years, and it's funny because I'm still the uncooperative component, forging ahead, looking for answers, rather than looking for in my life where are answers already, and then exploring that. Explore what's already around you. And I don't know if it's my pioneering spirit or my stubborn attitude. I just feel like, oh no, it can't be that easy. I should go find something that I haven't uncovered yet. Let me go look in some other places, some other dark corners I haven't explored. When in reality, I could look around my life and just start to ask questions of the things around me. Like I did this morning in a conversation with Luke. Like, hey Luke, what are you trying to build? This is what I'm trying to build. Is there a fit? Is there not a fit? So, I had to share this passionate rant on the heels of listening to this podcast from Rob Bell, the Robcast, with Pete Holmes. You guys can go listen to it right now. But there's just some beauty, right, in you don't have to have it all figured out. I beat myself up on that a lot. I'm arrogantly proud of being smart about stuff. And so I'll read tons of books and listen to tons of podcasts and journal and reflect and, wax eloquent on all the things I can think about life. And that's a source of pride for me. And in that pride, there's a curse of knowledge, right? Where I actually end up taking it on myself to try to figure everything out rather than looking for how in cooperation, the universe, God, the world, there's already answers been provided, right? So I'm super inspired in this moment, coming off the heels of that podcast with Rob Bell, because I just realized there's a lot of grace in life. There's a lot of grace in life, right? Grace is that you don't have to try hard to figure it out and that answers are already provided. That's grace, right? That here you are having this life experience and you didn't do anything to earn it. You just sent an intention out in the world. And if you look around you, there are answers for that. That's grace. That's incredible. So I hope that inspires you, encourages you, because it's encouraging me in this moment, and I just had to share that with you. So have a great weekend, you guys. Take care. Adios.